Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu Vishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sadasivasamarambam Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tado Jayamudevayati. No one, nobody showed up today. uh, Yesterday, I think you guys did until this Maya part. I'll probably read this page until people start coming in. The evolution of the 5 elements. Tataka akashaha sambhutaha akashat vayuhu vayo tejaha tejasa apaha abhyaha prithvi. From that Maya, the space was born, and from space, air, from air, fire, from fire, water, from water, earth. The process of creation is from the subtle to the gross. Subtlety is measured by an object of pervasiveness. By an object's pervasiveness and the number of perceivable qualities. So I'll read this line again. The process of creation is from the subtle to the gross. Subtlety is measured by an object's pervasiveness and the number of perceivable qualities it has. The more pervasive the object, the more subtle it is. The lesser the number of qualities, the subtler it is. The truth is the subtlest of all. It is all pervasive and beyond the cognition of all the instruments of knowledge, as it is attributeless. Space is the first element created through the power of Maya. It is the subtlest of all the elements. It has the quality of sound and can therefore carry sounds. Okay, sound waves. From space came air, which is less pervasive. It has the qualities of sound and touch. Therefore, it can be heard and felt. Fire emerges from air. It is less pervasive and has the qualities of sound, touch, and form, and it is therefore heard, felt, and seen. Water came next in order. Water came next in order and is even less pervasive. It has the qualities of sound, touch, form, and taste, and can be heard. Sorry. Can be heard, felt, seen, and tasted. Even though it is tasteless by itself, all taste is possible due to it. The last is the earth, which is the grossest and the least pervasive. It has the qualities of sound, touch, form, taste, and smell, and can therefore be heard, touched, seen, tasted, smelt. These subtle elements are called tanmatras. They cannot be perceived by our sense organs. Only they grossify can they be perceived as sense objects. So the grossified can they be perceived as sense objects. The material cause is never different from the created object. So material cause is never different from the created object. Therefore, the three qualities of Maya pervert the five elements. As we have seen, the ultimate material cause of the world can be the truth alone. As we have seen, the ultimate material cause of the world can be the truth alone. Therefore, the truth pervades the five elements, just as gold pervades all gold ornaments and water all waves. Why does Maya create the five elements? The three qualities of Maya in their unmanifest form remain in a state of equilibrium, samya avastha. When this balance is somehow disturbed, the process of creation begins. That's a or this was, I think, until here she finished yesterday. The evolution of sattva aspect, the organs of perception. एतसां पञ्चतत्त्वानां मध्ये आकाशस्य सात्विकांशात् श्रोत्रेन्द्रियं सम्भूतं वायुः सात्विकांशात् त्वग् त्वगा वागेन्द्रियं त्वगा वा sorry some वागेन्द्रियं सम्भूतम् अग्नेः सात्विकांशात् चक्षुरेन्द्रियं सम्भूतं जलस्य सात्विकांशात् रसनेन्द्रियं सम्भूतं पृथ्व्याः सात्विकांशात् घ्राणेन्द्रियं सम्भूतम्. So, etasam of these panchatattvanam of the five elements, akashaya of space, satvikamshat from the sattva aspect, Shrotrendriyam sense organ of hearing, Sambhutam was evolved. The Vayuhu of air, Satvikamshat from the sattva aspect, or Dvagendriyam organ of touch, Tvagendriyam. It's the organ of touch. And Agniha is of fire. Satvikamshat is from the sattva aspect. Sakshindriyam is a organ of sight. And Jalasya of water from Satvikamshat from the sattva aspect. Rasanendriyam is the organ of taste. Prithivya of earth. Satvikamshat is from the sattva aspect. Granendriyam is the organ of smell, is born. Sambhutam is born. Among these five great elements, out of the sattvic aspect of the space, so among these five great elements, out of the sattvic aspect of the space, the organ of hearing, the ear, evolved. From the sattvic aspect of the air, the organ of touch, the skin evolved. From the sattvic aspect of the fire, organ of the sight, the eye evolved. From the sattvic aspect of the water, the organ of taste, the tongue evolved. From the sattvic aspect of earth, the organ of smell, the nose evolved. The subtle elements, tanmatras, create the sense organs which too enjoy the same degree of subtlety. So the subtle elements, tanmatras, create the sense organs which too enjoy the same degree of subtlety. The main characteristic of sattva guna is knowledge. Naturally, the sense organs of perception are born from the sattvic aspects of the five elements. Each element has its own special quality. To perceive it, the corresponding sense organ is evolved to perceive its special quality. So, to perceive that quality of each element, the corresponding sense organ is evolved to perceive its special quality. For example, from the sattvic aspect of the space, the sense organ of hearing is created to perceive sound. The evolution of the organs of action and perception are summarized in the following chart. I'll read this. The organs of action and perception. So the elements here, the first column, the space, the aspect is sound, and sense organ is ears. So first sattvic aspect of the space is ears, the sound, the quality, and the sense organ is ears. And the space deity for the space is Dik Devata. And the faculty is the hearing. That's a subtle aspect of the space. I'll come to the organ of action second, I think. Oh, sorry. We'll go back here. Organ of action, again, why did they give it here? Karmendriya is Rajasic part of the thing. Let's do the Sattvic only here. The Sattvic part of the air causes the touch, the sense organ is skin, and the deity is the Vayu, and the faculty is feeling. Element is fire, the third, and it seems the form. Then the sense organ is eye, the deity is the Surya, sun, and seeing is the faculty. And water, and the taste, fourth element is water, and it gives the taste, and tongue is the sense organ. Water is the Varuna is the deity for the water, and the tasting is the faculty. And the earth gives the smell. So earth is aspect of the smell, and the sense organ is nose. Ashwini Kumara is the deity, and smelling is the faculty. For the organs of action, there's a tongue, deity is fire, Agni, speech is the ability, then the hands is Indra, grasping objects, legs, for legs it's Vishnu, locomotion, genitals, Prajapati, procreation, anus is death, Yama, and eliminating waste. This is the organs of action. So maybe I'll do this sattvic aspect of 5 elements. Okay, yeah. Let's finish the sattvic aspect and we do the manana on this one. Etasam panchatattvanam sam samti samastisha. Okay, samasti. Okay, etasam panchatattvanam samasti sattvikamshat mano buddhaya ahamkara chittanta karanani sambhutani samkalpa vikalpa patmakam manaha.
Sankalpa vikalpatmakam manaha.
Oh, atmakam, sorry. Samkalpa vikalpa atmakam manaha nichayatmika buddhihi aham karta ahamkaraha chintana kartir chittam manaso devata chandramaha buddhe brahma ahamkarasya rudraha chittasya vasudevaha. So I think we just read this. I'm not going to read this meaning and all that. From the total sattvic aspect of these 5 elements, the inner instrument of the mind, intellect, ego, and memory are formed. I'll read this line again, that from the total sattvic aspect of these 5 elements, The inner instrument of the mind, intellect, ego, and memory are formed. The mind is the nature of indecision. The intellect is the nature of decision. Ego is the nature of the notion of doership. Memory is the nature of thinking or recollection. The presiding deity of the mind is the moon, of the intellect Brahma, of the ego Rudra, and of memory is Vasudeva. The 10 sense organs are called the outer equipment, Bahikarana. The 10 sense organs are called because each one is one pair, right? So that's probably why it says 10 sense organs. Are called the outer equipment, Bhagikarana, as they receive knowledge about outside objects and respond to the world. And respond to the world. Knowledge about the outside object and respond to the world. The mind receives sense perceptions, cognizes then based on previous experience, and commands the senses to respond. It is called the inner equipment, Antakarana. The mind cannot contact the world directly. It has to go through the senses. The senses also cannot function without the prompting of the mind. Hence, there is a close relationship between them. So, this sentence I will read this again. Mind cannot contact the world directly, it has to go through the senses. The senses also cannot function without prompting of the mind. So, they both go hand in hand. Hence, there is a close relationship between them. They function in coordination. Each sense organ perceives only its particular sense object. The mind receives information from all of them. It understands sound, touch, form, taste, and smell. It also feels emotions and thinks thoughts. It is the seat of all knowledge and therefore made from sattvic aspect of all the five elements. The inner equipment is continuous flow of thought, modifications. So the inner equipment is a continuous flow of thought modifications, vritti. It is classified into four according to the different functions it performs. The same person is called a singer when he sings and a dancer when he dances. The four categories are manaha. One is manaha, the mind. Manaha is the mind. Thoughts in a state of volition constitute the mind. Should I see the movie or not? Maybe I should go. So I should do so tomorrow. Sorry, maybe I should do so tomorrow. Will I get the ticket? The state of vexillation um, continues till a decision is made. Emotions also constitute the mind. So first is thought in a state of volition, and the second one is emotions also constitute the mind. A person dominated by his mind cannot make quick decisions and is often swayed by his emotions and moods, likes and dislikes. The moon of presiding deity of the mind. Moon is the presiding deity of the mind. The phases of the moon keep changing like the mind. How the moon affects the mind can be seen in a lunatic asylum. Yeah, lunatic asylum, like lunar moon. Oh my God. How the moon affects the mind can be seen in a lunatic asylum. Mental disturbance in patients is seen to increase on a new moon. Hmm. Mental disturbance in patients is seen to increase on new moon and full moon days. Most psychosomatic diseases also worsen during that time. No wonder they talk about full moon day and new moon day. Buddhi is intellect. Buddhi is the intellect. Thoughts in a state of a decision constitute the intellect. Reasoning, observation, conclusion, etc. are functions of the intellect. So, the reasoning, observation, and conclusion are functions of the intellect. One dominated by the intellect is called a rationalist. He or she can think logically and decisively, but one must be careful not to become a dry intellectual, bereft of tenderness. The presiding deity of the intellect is the omniscient creator Brahma. All knowledge and creative ideas arise in the intellect. Prahaspati, the guru of the Devatas, is also considered the deity of the intellect, as it is the guru who gives us knowledge. Surya, the sun god, is also considered to preside over the intellect. Okay, the sun god and Brahma. Hankara, the ego. The thought, I am the doer, is the ego. The ego does not mean pride. The ego does not mean pride. It is the sense of individuality or the notion of doership. It's a sense of individuality or the notion of the doership. Some are proud while others are not, but all have notion of doership, except a realized person and the Lord. The mind, intellect, and memory, remembered thoughts, keeping keeping changing, but the ego is there with every thought. It wants them as I doubt, I decide, I remember, my anger, my idea, etc. It comes into being with each thought. The mind, intellect, and memories of each one differs, but the ego is all the same. It connects the pure self to the three bodies. So the mind, intellect, memories of each one differs, but the ego is all the same. It connects the pure self to the three bodies. Which one? The ego connects the pure self to the three bodies, five sheets, and three states. As I am fat, I ate, I slept well, etc. Rudra, the one who makes all cry, the one who makes all cry is the deity of the ego. Do we not suffer because of the ego? Rudra, Shiva is the lord of destruction. With the death of the ego, all suffering ends. That's why. Chittam, the memory, the function of reflection and recollection is the chittam. All experiences are stored as impressions. So, chittam, all experiences are stored as impressions and can be recollected like a data bank, the data bank of a computer. It is based on this information alone that we can think. Vasudeva, Vishnu, is the deity of the Chitta. Vishnu is said to wield Sattva Guna only when we are calm. Vishnu is said to wield Sattva Guna only when we are calm, and Sattvic can we clearly reflect and easily remember facts and events. So remember that part, like Sattvic only can clearly reflect and easily remember facts and events. So there it is. Evolution of Sattva's aspect. Uh, so do you want me to repeat anything? I think we have 5 minutes to review or do manana on this. Then we'll go on to the Tattva questions. Yeah, yesterday we did the Maya part, right? You guys
Yeah.
did
Can you
another.
just repeat the last paragraph once, Dr. Mara?
Sure, sure. Ahankara, Chittam. You want me to repeat the Chittam, right?
Yeah.
Chittam, the memory, the function of reflection, the function of reflection and recollection. Both the function of reflection and recollection is the Chittam. All experiences are stored as impressions and can be recollected like the data bank of a computer. It is based on this information alone that we can think. So that's also the evidence for thinking. Vasudeva, Vishnu is the deity of the Chitta. Vishnu is said to wield Sattva Guna only when we are calm, and Sattvic one can we clearly reflect and easily remember facts and events. Basically, when you're Sattvic only, you can clearly reflect and remember the facts and events. See how they talk about this ego also, right? Everything is different except the ego is the same for everybody. Like the Sushupti uh, avastha is same for everybody, like that sleep. The Ananda is same. So here we have sattvic elements uh, of the five great elements.
So basically, the principle is that the product is no different from the material from which it is made. Right? So
Mhm.
that is the logic behind the whole evolution of the universe. So here, the universe, the different aspects of the universe have evolved from the three gunas of Maya.
Mhm. Right.
Ultimately, Maya is an offshoot of Brahman.
Mhm.
So since Maya, when it has these three gunas, but when they're in equilibrium, it's a state of unmanifestation. There's nothing happening. But when there is a little bit of an imbalance, skewing up
Right.
of this, that sets the whole um movement
That's
of creation.
creation. Yeah.
Remember, Maya has two aspects to it, no? Vikshepa, Avarana Shakti, and Vikshepa Shakti.
Mm. Avarna is the false
Is a
veil, right?
veiling, is the veiling Shakti. It veils ignorance, it veils
Ignore.
knowledge,
Right. And
right? So
the Vikshepa is that
Vikshepa is the projection.
projection, like the snake on the
Right.
rope. Okay.
So
Right.
once that little asymmetry is there or that imbalance is there, then these three gunas they start spewing up, and then that is what creates the whole universe. But when they
Mm.
are in a state of equilibrium, they are. It's like the world is in
Uh,
the unmanifest state.
mm.
So
That is
from
in the pralaya state, then it's unmanifest state.
pralaya state,
Okay.
or so we understand, because
Mm.
that is the place where that's where everything actually dies down.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for instance, even in our own day to day experience, in the
Mm.
deep sleep, there is
Mm-hmm.
nothing. I don't exist. I mean, although
Right.
the I witness is there,
Mm.
I as the Jagrata Avastha or I as the dreamer,
Mm.
I'm not existent.
Mm.
My body doesn't exist.
Right.
The mind, intellect, ego doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the whole world doesn't exist for me. So it's as though
Mm.
it has gone down. But then the moment I
We
wake up,
wake up. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
moment that awareness comes up and I wake up, then everything comes into existence.
Mm. Like the world comes,
Yeah.
we're
So,
always
therefore, from
seeing
the
things.
sattvic aspect
Mm.
of Maya, you have the of the five elements again.
Mm-hmm.
Tataha Akasha Sambhuta. So, from Maya comes Akasha. Akasha is the first element that
Mm.
evolves. That has the least quality, is the most pervasive, most
Subtle,
subtle.
yeah, very subtle.
Then
Mm.
the next um, less subtle is
But the
what
sound
comes is
wave.
Vayu.
Mm.
And then from Vayu comes Agni. Agni, water, water, air.
Mm.
Water, earth. So
Earth, yeah.
the grosser the element,
You can see, hear
the less
that.
pervasive it is and more
Yeah,
qualities it has.
Mm. True. Mm.
So from the sattvic aspect of sound, of akasha, sound is sound emerges. And
Mm-hmm.
in order to perceive that sound, you have the particular sense organ, the ear.
Mm-hmm.
Similarly, Vayu, you have the skin.
Right, the touch and the skin is there.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that is, I mean, I was just correlating a bit. That is
Right.
for when you have Vayu dosha, there is a lot of aches and pains. So,
Mm.
according to Ayurveda, they say Abhyanga is what is very curative. So, when you apply skin oil to your skin, that tends
Mm.
to reduce your Vayu imbalance.
Right.
So, the
Mm-hmm.
actually Ayurveda is based on the Panchatattvas and the evolution of the
Right,
universe.
the elements, right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Similarly, the sattvic
Agni,
aspect of fire,
fire.
the
Mm-hmm.
eyes are created, sight.
Right, seeing.
And if you actually look at fire, that is the first element that has a form.
Mm.
Vayu doesn't have a form, neither does space.
But you can touch, you can feel and
Feel. But
mm,
fire is the first element of the Panchamahabhutas that has a form.
form. Yeah,
You have the flame, the form
you
of a
can
flame.
hear and mhm, right.
So sight, nama rupa. So sight is from Agni, and then you have Apa that brings in the element of Tanmatra of taste.
Mm. Rasanendriya. Mm.
And then, of course, from Prithvi comes
Prithviya.
the
Smell.
smell and the
Mm.
sense organ of. It's so logical. It is amazing the way the whole universe has been described.
Evolved, right? Yeah,
Mm,
it makes sense.
mm, yeah, I think we'll stop here today
Yeah.
because we have a little bit on our plate for the next 6 days. So
Mm.
we, first for half an hour we'll have Tattva Bodh reading, and then for 10 minutes we'll do Tattva Bodh questions, and the remaining 20 minutes or so we'll have Bhagavad Gita chanting. So you can go on with the questions unless anyone wants to just share 1 or 2 minutes, and we go to the questions.
Yeah. Mm. Let me see. Yesterday you did the question up to mm, what page was that?
It's almost in sync with what we are doing now.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yesterday you did up to the Panchabhut Panchabhuta no. Koshas, right? Panchakoshas you did? Um, yeah, I remember the Atma and all that you did already. Oh, this Gita Jnanam. Okay. Panchakosha Tita. Okay. I'm not sure where I am. This one. Okay, so let's see. The question is that Panchakosha relation of Rajas aspect. You did already the Brahmashaya Maya, Sattva Guna Maya. Okay. Yeah, I remember you did the Atma Tarhikaha, Satkim, Sitkim, Anandakaha, like that. Okay, next one is Jagat. Jagat Ata Chaturvimshat Tattvopati Prakaram Vakshamya. It doesn't have a question here, right? So what is Maya is? We did that Maya yesterday. Brahmashraya Sattva Rajas Tamo Guna Mika Maya Asti. And how is the five elements formed, right? That was also another question. Do you want to answer that for anyone? How the Akashaga Sambhutaha, Agashat Vayuhu, Vayu Tejaha, Tejas Apaha, Abhyatyaha Prithvi. I think you did up to this point. Now we how this pancha evolution of sattva aspect. But there is no question form here for this part of it, right? It just only
Yeah, you can just
statement.
mention the starting and then we can fill in the blanks, like so to say.
Sure, sure. Okay. So etasam panchatattvam madhye
Akashas
akashaya
Akashasya Satvikamshat
shrotrendriyam
Shrotrendriyam Sambhutam.
sambhutam. Each one say one each, right? Vayuho satvikam shat त्वकेन्द्रियं सम्भूतम्.
Yeah.
अग्नेः सात्विकांशात् अग्निः सात्विकांशात्. Dr. Brahmara was saying about nicely how each one you can relate it to. The form. If you remember Agni is the form, then which one see the form is eyes, right? Chakshindriyam Sambhutam. Jalasya Satvikamshat. That water is gives you the taste. So Rasanendriyam Sambhutam. Prithivyaha Satvikamshat Granendriyam Sambhutam. That Prithivya you can smell. So each one, like we read earlier, when you say Akasha, when you the hearing is that faculty, only that very subtle, and it is more pervasive. The more subtle it is, it's more pervasive. And then the Vayu is a little bit the touch and heard. So that is a little bit less pervasive. And when the Agni comes, then you hear, see, and you see the form. That like that, each time it goes up and up, but it becomes less pervasive. So that's so now we go with the gods for this uh, for each sense sense organ, sense of perception, right? For hearing, so you hear
Shrotrasya
this
Dig Devata, right?
Dig Devata,
Dig
yeah. So
Devata.
like we hear the sound from different direction, like
Directions.
different, remember like the Dig Devatas. And then for the air, it's a Vayuhu, right? So you touch, so this God is the Vayuhu. And the Agni, sorry, the for seeing, Surya.
Surya.
And the Rasanendriyam is Varunaha. The taste, again, Varuna is water. I connect with that. So Varuna is like rain, water, like that. And then you remember that in terms of the taste. And Prithvi is smell, you mentioned earlier, like that. Aswini Kumaras for the nose. I think that's how I remember it. I could remember all the cards for these things without any problem. And so then the other some samasti combined sattvic aspects of these five elements uh, gives rise to this antakarana, right? Inner instrument, manas. What are those inner instrument? Here, all four is mentioned here. Then earlier when we read this is 17 ones, but here they say what ahankara and chitta. Manas, buddhi, ahankara, and chitta. And then, so how they describe the manasha here? Sankalpa vikalpa atmakam manaha nichayatmika buddhihi. So it is oscillating mind. The manas is all the time whether do it or don't do it. Whether should we do this or should we not do that? Like that, indecisive. Whereas the buddhi is making a decision, like you observe and making rational, you think logically and come to a decision. Or discrimination also, whether it's right or wrong, and that kind of stuff is a buddhi. Ahankar, ahankaraha chintanakartir chittam. So manas devata is
Manaso
Geometry,
Chandramaha.
Chandramaha. Buddhihi,
Buddhehe Brahma.
Buddheha Brahma. Ahankarasya,
Rudraha.
Chittasya,
Vasudeva.
very good. So Manas, like as we remember, like Chandra is changing face of the moon, like that waving mind. And for Brahma, who is knowledge, and the other god also described as a sun, as a Pragaspati or Prajapati, I think, right? And Pragaspati, I don't remember. Guru, they were talking about Guru here. Ahankarasya Rudra, who is the destroyer of that ego, that then Siddha Vasudeva, Sattvic element. Like when you are Sattvic, that you are able to think clearly and acquire that knowledge. So he only releases when you are calm. The Sattvic aspect, the guna comes when you are calm. Okay, so let's finish with
We will pause here for the questions.
Mm-hmm.
We'll start the Bhagavad Gita chanting.
Mm-hmm.
So I have actually emailed both the Sanskrit verses of all the
Oh,
18
you did?
chapters that Mrinal had sent a long time back, as well as
Oh,
the English transliteration along with the
oh,
meaning. So I
oh,
would recommend whoever is needing what can open their PDFs. I will share the only Sanskrit PDF on the screen
okay.
because
That
that
will
makes it
be,
easier for someone who's chanting to follow. Otherwise, those that
yeah,
require the
otherwise
English
too
version
much
can
to,
use the other file. Okay.
true, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Then you going to share the screen, that's fine.
I will share the screen.
Okay, good.
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। अथ श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता तृतीयोऽध्यायः कर्मयोगः। अर्जुन उवाच जायसि चेत् कर्मणस्ते मता बुद्धिर्जनार्दन तत्किं कर्मणि घोरे मां नियोजयसि केशव। व्यामिश्रेणेव वाक्येन बुद्धिं मोहयसीव मे तदेकं वद निश्चित्य येन श्रेयोऽहमाप्नुयाम्। श्रीभगवानुवाच लोकेऽस्मिन् द्विविधा निष्ठा पुरा प्रोक्ता मया नघ ज्ञानयोगेन साङ्ख्यानां कर्मयोगेन योगिनां न कर्मणामनारम्भा नैष्कर्म्यं पुरुषोऽश्नुते न च सन्न्यस्सनादेव सिद्धिं समधिगच्छति न हि कश्चित् क्षणमपि जातु तिष्ठत्यकर्मकृत् कार्यते ह्यवशः कर्म सर्वप्रकृतिजैर्गुणैः कर्मेन्द्रियाणि संयम्य य आस्ते मनसा स्मरन् इन्द्रियार्थान् विमूढात्मा मिथ्याचारः स उच्यते यस्त्विन्द्रियाणि मनसा नियम्यारभतेऽर्जुन कर्मेन्द्रियैः कर्मयोगम् असक्तः स विशिष्यते नियतं कुरु कर्म त्वं कर्म ज्यायो ह्यकर्मणः शरीरयात्रापि च ते न प्रसिद्ध्येद कर्मणः यज्ञार्थात् कर्मणोऽन्यत्र लोकोऽयं कर्मबन्धनः तदर्थं कर्म कौन्तेय मुक्तसङ्गः समाचर सह यज्ञाः प्रजा सृष्ट्वा पुरोवाच प्रजापतिः अनेन प्रसविष्यध्वम् एषवोऽस्त्विष्टकामधुक् देवान् भावयतानेन ते देवा भावयन्तु वः परस्परं भावयन्तः श्रेयः परमवाप्स्यथ इष्टान् भोगान् हि वो देवा दास्यन्ते यज्ञभाविताः तैर्दत्तानप्रदायैभ्यो यो भुङ्क्तेस्तेन एव सः यज्ञशिष्टाशिनः सन्तो मुच्यन्ते सर्वकिल्बिषैः भुञ्जते ते त्वघं पापा ये पचन्त्यात्मकारणात् अन्नात् भवन्ति भूतानि पर्जन्यादन्नसम्भवः यज्ञात् भवति पर्जन्यो यज्ञः कर्म समुद्भवः कर्म ब्रह्मोद्भवं विद्धि ब्रह्माक्षरसमुद्भवम् तस्मात् सर्वगतं ब्रह्म नित्यं यज्ञे प्रतिष्ठितम् एवं प्रवर्तितं चक्रं नानुवर्तयति हयः अघायुरिन्द्रियारामो मोघं पार्थ स जीवति यस्त्वात्मरतिरेव स्यात् आत्मतृप्तश्च मानवः आत्मन्येव च सन्तुष्टः तस्य कार्यं न विद्यते नैव तस्य कृतेनार्थो नाकृतेनेह कश्चन न चास्य सर्वभूतेषु कश्चिदर्थव्यपाश्रयः तस्मादसक्तः सततं कार्यं कर्म समाचर असक्तो ह्याचरन् कर्म परमाप्नोति पूरुषः कर्मणैव हि संसिद्धिम् आस्थिता जनकादयः लोकसङ्ग्रहमेवापि सम्पश्यन् कर्तुमर्हसि यद्यदाचरति श्रेष्ठः तत्तदेवेतरो जनः स यत्प्रमाणं कुरुते लोकस्तदनुवर्तते न मे पार्थास्ति कर्तव्यं त्रिषु लोकेषु किञ्चन नानवाप्तमवाप्तव्यं वर्त एव च कर्मणि यदि ह्यहं न वर्तेयं जातु कर्मण्यतन्द्रितः मम वर्त्मानुवर्तन्ते मनुष्याः पार्थ सर्वशः उत्सीदेयुरिमे लोकान् न कुर्यान् कर्म चेदहम् शङ्करस्य च कर्ता स्यामुपहन्यामि मा प्रजाः सक्ताः कर्मण्य विद्वांसो यथा कुर्वन्ति भारत कुर्याद् विद्वांस्तथा सक्तः चिकीर्षिर्लोकसङ्ग्रहम् न बुद्धिभेदं जनयेत् अज्ञानां कर्मसङ्गिनां जोषयेत् सर्वकर्माणि विद्वान् युक्तः समाचरन् प्रकृतेः क्रियमाणानि गुणैः कर्माणि सर्वशः अहङ्कारविमूढात्मा कर्ताहमिति मन्यते तत्त्ववित्तु महाबाहो गुणकर्मविभागयोः गुणागुणेषु वर्तन्त इति मत्वा न सज्जते प्रकृतेर्गुणसम्मूढाः सज्जन्ते गुणकर्मसु तान् कृत्स्नविधो मन्धान् कृत्स्नविन्न विचालयेत् मयि सर्वाणि कर्माणि सन्न्यस्याध्यात्मचेतसा निराशीर्निर्ममो भूत्वा युध्यस्व विगतज्वरः ये मे मतमिदं नित्यम् अनुतिष्ठन्ति मानवाः श्रद्धावन्तो न सूयन्तो मुच्यन्ते तेऽपि कर्मभिः एत्वेदभ्यसूयन्तो नानुतिष्ठन्ति मे मतम् सर्वज्ञानविमूढांस्तान् विद्धि नष्टान् चेतसः सदृशं चेष्टते स्वस्याः प्रकृतेर्ज्ञानवानपि प्रकृतिं यान्ति भूतानि निग्रहः किं करिष्यति इन्द्रियस्येन्द्रियस्यार्थे रागद्वेषौ व्यवस्थितौ तयोर्नवशमागच्छेत् तौ ह्यस्य परिपन्थिनौ श्रेयान् स्वधर्मो विगुणः परधर्मात् स्वनुष्ठितात् स्वधर्मे निधनं श्रेयः परधर्मो भयावहः अर्जुन उवाच अथ केन प्रयुक्तोऽयं पापं चरति पूरुषः अनिच्छन्नपि वार्ष्णेय बलादिव नियोजितः श्रीभगवानुवाच काम एष क्रोध एष रजोगुणसमुद्भवः महाशनो महापाप्मा विद्येनमिह वैरिणम् धूमेनाव्रियते वह्निः यथादर्शो मलेन च यथोल्बेनावृतो गर्भः तथा तथा तेनेदमावृतम् आवृतं ज्ञानमेतेन ज्ञानिनो नित्यवैरिणा कामरूपेण कौन्तेय दुष्पूरेणानलेन च इन्द्रियाणि मनो बुद्धिः अस्याधिष्ठानमुच्यते एतैर्विमोहयत्येष ज्ञानमावृत्य देहिनम् तस्मात् त्वमिन्द्रियाण्यादौ नियम्य भरतर्षभ पाप्मानं प्रजहिह्येनं ज्ञानविज्ञाननाशनम् इन्द्रियाणि पराण्याहुः इन्द्रियेभ्यः परं मनः मनसस्तु परा बुद्धिः यो बुद्धेः परतस्तु सः एवं बुद्धेः परं बुद्ध्वा संस्तभ्यात्मानमात्मना जहि शत्रुं महाबाहो कामरूपं दुरासदम् ॐ तत्सदिति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे कर्मयोगो नाम तृतीयोऽध्यायः अथ चतुर्थोऽध्यायः श्रीभगवानुवाच इमं विवस्वते योगं प्रोक्तवानहमव्ययम् विवस्वान्मनवे प्राह मनुरिक्ष्वाकवे ब्रवीत् एवं परम्परा प्राप्तम् इमं राजर्षयो विदुः सकाले नेह महता योगो नष्टः परन्तप स एवायं मया तेद्य योगः प्रोक्तः पुरातनः भक्तोऽसि मे सखा चेति रहस्यं ह्येतदुत्तमम् अर्जुन उवाच अपरं भवतो जन्म परं जन्म विवस्वतः कथमेतद्विजानीयाम् त्वमादौ प्रोक्तवानिति श्रीभगवानुवाच बहूनि मे व्यतीतानि जन्मानि तव चार्जुन तान्यहं वेद सर्वाणि न त्वं वेत्थ परन्तप अजोऽपि सन्नव्ययात्मा भूतानामीश्वरोऽपि सन् प्रकृतिं स्वामधिष्ठाय सम्भवाम्यात्ममायया यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानमधर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम् परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय सम्भवामि युगे युगे जन्म कर्म च मे दिव्यम् एवं यो वेत्ति तत्त्वतः त्यक्त्वा देहं पुनर्जन्म नैति मामेति सोऽर्जुन वीतरागभयक्रोध मन्मया मामुपाश्रिताः बहवो ज्ञानतपसा पूता मद्भावमागताः ये यथा मां प्रपद्यन्ते तांस्तथैव भजाम्यहम् मम वर्त्मानुवर्तन्ते मनुष्याः पार्थ सर्वशः काङ्क्षन्तः कर्मणां सिद्धिं यजन्त इह देवताः क्षिप्रं हि मानुषे लोके सिद्धिर्भवति कर्मजा चातुर्वर्ण्यं मया सृष्टं गुणकर्म विभागशः तस्य कर्तारमपि मां विध्यकर्तारमव्ययम् न मां कर्माणि लिम्पन्ति न मे कर्मफले स्पृहा इति मां योऽभिजानाति कर्मभिर्न स बध्यते एवं ज्ञात्वा कृतं कर्म पूर्वैरपि मुमुक्षुभिः कुरु कर्मैव तस्मात् त्वं पूर्वैः पूर्वतरं कृतम् किं कर्म किमकर्मेति कवयोऽप्यत्र मोहिताः तत्ते कर्म प्रवक्ष्यामि यज्ञात्वा मोक्ष्यसे शुभात् कर्मणो ह्यपि बोद्धव्यं च विकर्मणः अकर्मणश्च बोद्धव्यं गहना कर्मणो गतिः कर्मण्यः कर्म यः पश्चेत् अकर्मणि च कर्म यः स बुद्धिमान् मनुष्येषु स युक्तः कृत्स्न कर्म कृत् यस्य सर्वे समारम्भाः कामसङ्कल्पवर्जिताः ज्ञानाग्निदग्धकर्माणं तमाहुः पण्डितं बुधाः त्यक्त्वा कर्मफलासङ्गं नित्यतृप्तो निराश्रयः कर्मण्यभिप्रवृत्तोऽपि नैव किञ्चित् करोति सः निराशीर्यत चित्तात्मा त्यक्तसर्वपरिग्रहः शारीरं केवलं कर्म कुर्वन्नाप्नोति किल्बिषम् यदृच्छालाभसन्तुष्टः द्वन्द्वातीतो विमत्सरः समसिद्धावसिद्धौ च कृत्वापि न निबध्यते गतसङ्गस्य मुक्तस्य ज्ञानावस्थितचेतसः यज्ञायाचरतः कर्म समग्रं प्रविलीयते ब्रह्मार्पणं ब्रह्महविः ब्रह्माग्नौ ब्रह्मणाहुतं ब्रह्मैव तेन गन्तव्यं ब्रह्मकर्म समाधिना दैवमेवापरे यज्ञं योगिनः पर्युपासते ब्रह्माज्ञावपरे यज्ञं यज्ञेनैवोपजुह्वति श्रोत्रादीनीन्द्रियाण्यन्ये संयमाग्निषु जुह्वति शब्दादीन् विषयानन्य इन्द्रियाग्निषु जुह्वति सर्वाणीन्द्रियकर्माणि प्राणकर्माणि चापरे आत्मसंयमयोगाग्नौ जुह्वति ज्ञानदीपिते द्रव्ययज्ञास्तपो यज्ञा योगयज्ञास्तथा परे स्वाध्यायज्ञानयज्ञाश्च यतयः संशितव्रताः अपाने जुह्वति प्राणं प्राणे पानं तथा परे प्राणापानगतिरुद्ध्वा प्राणायामपरायणाः अपरे नियताहाराः प्राणान् प्राणेषु जुह्वति सर्वेऽप्येते यज्ञविदः यज्ञक्षपितकल्मषाः यज्ञशिष्टामृतभुजो यान्ति ब्रह्म सनातनम् नायं लोकोऽस्त्ययज्ञस्य कुतोऽन्यः कुरु सत्तमा एवं बहुविधा यज्ञा वितता ब्रह्मणो मुखे कर्मजान् विद्धितान् सर्वान् एवं ज्ञात्वा विमोक्ष्यसे श्रेयान् द्रव्यमयाद्यज्ञात् ज्ञानयज्ञः परन्तप सर्वं कर्माखिलं पार्थ ज्ञाने परिसमाप्यते तद्विद्धि प्रणिपातेन परिप्रश्नेन सेवया उपदेक्षन्ति ते ज्ञानं ज्ञानिनस्तत्त्वदर्शिनः यज्ञात्वा न पुनर्मोहम् एवं यास्यसि पाण्डव येन भूतान्यशेषेण द्रक्ष्यस्यात्मन्यथो मयि अपि चेदसि पापेभ्यः सर्वेभ्यः पापकृत्तमः सर्वं ज्ञानप्लवेनैव वृजिनं सन्तरिष्यसि यथैधांसि समिद्धोऽग्नि भस्मसात् कुरुतेऽर्जुन ज्ञानाग्नि सर्वकर्माणि भस्मसात् कुरुते तथा न हि ज्ञानेन सदृशं पवित्रमिह विद्यते तत्स्वयं योगसंसिद्धः कालेनात्मनि विन्दति श्रद्धावान् लभते ज्ञानं तत्परः संयतेन्द्रियः ज्ञानं लब्ध्वा परां शान्तिम् अचिरेणाधिगच्छति अज्ञश्चाश्रद्धधानश्च संशयात्मा विनश्यति नायं लोकोऽस्ति न परः न सुखं संशयात्मनः योगसन्न्यस्तकर्माणं ज्ञानसञ्छिन्न संशयम् आत्मवन्तं न कर्माणि निबध्नन्ति धनञ्जय तस्मादज्ञानसम्भूतं हृत्स्थं ज्ञानासीनात्मनः चित्वैनं संशयं योगम् आतिष्ठोत्तिष्ठ भारत ॐ तत्सदिति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे ज्ञानकर्मसन्न्यासयोगो नाम चतुर्थोऽध्यायः अथ पञ्चमोऽध्यायः ज्ञानकर्मसन्न्यासयोगः अर्जुन उवाच सन्न्यासं कर्मणां कृष्ण पुनर्योगं च संससि यच्छ्रेय एतयोरेकं तन्मे ब्रूहि सुनिश्चितं श्रीभगवानुवाच सन्न्यासः कर्मयोगश्च निःश्रेयसकरावुभौ तयोस्तु कर्मसन्न्यासात् कर्मयोगो विशिष्यते ज्ञेयः स नित्यसन्न्यासी यो न द्वेष्टि न काङ्क्षति निर्द्वन्द्वो हि महाबाहो सुखं बन्धात् प्रमुच्यते साङ्ख्ययोगौ पृथक् बालाः प्रवदन्त्यविपश्चितः प्रवदन्ति न पण्डिताः एकमप्यास्थितः सम्यक् उभयोर्विन्दते फलम् यत्साङ्ख्यैः प्राप्यते स्थानं तद्योगैरपि गम्यते एकं साङ्ख्यं च योगं च यः पश्यति स पश्यति सन्न्यासस्तु महाबाहो दुःखमाप्तुमयोगतः योगयुक्तो मुनिर्ब्रह्मा न चिरेणाधिगच्छति योगयुक्तो विशुद्धात्मा विजितात्मा जितेन्द्रियः सर्वभूतात्मभूतात्मा कुर्वन्नपि न लिप्यते नैव कश्चित् करोमीति युक्तो मन्येत तत्त्ववित् पश्यन् शृण्वन् स्पृशन् जिघ्रन् अश्नन् गच्छन् स्वपन् स्वशन् प्रलपन् विसृजन् गृह्णन् उन्मिषन्निमिषन्नपि इन्द्रियाणीन्द्रियार्थेषु वर्तन्त इति धारयन् ब्रह्मण्याधाय कर्माणि सङ्गं त्यक्त्वा करोति यः लिप्यते न स पापेन पद्मपत्रमिवाम्भसा कायेन मनसा बुद्ध्या केवलैरिन्द्रियैरपि योगिनः कर्म कुर्वन्ति सङ्गं त्यक्त्वात्मशुद्धये युक्तः कर्मफलं त्यक्त्वा शान्तिमाप्नोति नैष्टिकीम् अयुक्तः कामकारेण फले सक्तो निबध्यते सर्वकर्माणि मनसा सन्न्यस्यास्ते सुखं वशी नवद्वारे पुरे देहि नैव कुर्वन्न कारयन् न कर्तृत्वं न कर्माणि लोकस्य सृजति प्रभुः न कर्मफलसंयोगं स्वभावस्तु प्रवर्तते नादत्ते कस्यचित् पापं न चैव सुकृतं विभुः अज्ञानेनावृतं ज्ञानं तेन मुह्यन्ति जन्तवः ज्ञानेन तु तदज्ञानं येषां नाशितमात्मनः तेषामादित्यवत् ज्ञानं प्रकाशयति तत्परं तद्बुद्धयस्तदात्मानः तन्निष्ठास्तत्परायणाः गच्छन्त्य पुनरावृत्तिं ज्ञाननिर्धूतकल्मषाः विद्या विनयसम्पन्ने ब्राह्मणे गविहस्तिनि शुनि चैव श्वपाके च पण्डिताः समदर्शिनः इहैव तैर्जितः सर्गो येषां साम्ये स्थितं मनः निर्दोषं हि समं ब्रह्म तस्मात् ब्रह्मणि ते स्थिताः न प्रहृष्येत् प्रियं प्राप्य नोद्विजेत् प्राप्य चाप्रियं स्थिरबुद्धिरसम्मूढः ब्रह्मविद् ब्रह्मणि स्थितः बाह्यस्पर्शेष्वसक्तात्मा विन्दत्यात्मनि यत् सुखं स ब्रह्मयोगयुक्तात्मा सुखमक्षयमश्नुते एहि संस्पर्शजा भोगा दुःखयोनय एव ते आद्यन्तवन्तः कौन्तेय न तेषु रमते बुधः शक्नोति हैव यः सोढुं प्राक्शरीरविमोक्षणात् कामक्रोधोद्भवं वेगं स युक्तः स सुखी नरः योऽन्तः सुखोऽन्तरारात्मः योऽन्तः सुखोऽन्तरारामः तथान्तर्ज्योतिरेव यः स योगी ब्रह्मनिर्वाणं ब्रह्मभूतोऽधिगच्छति लभन्ते ब्रह्मनिर्वाणम् ऋषयः क्षीणकल्मषाः छिन्नद्वैधायतात्मानः सर्वभूतहिते रताः कामक्रोधवियुक्तानां यतीनां यतचेतसाम् अभितो ब्रह्मनिर्वाणं वर्तते विदितात्मनाम् स्पर्शान् कृत्वा बहिर्बाह्यान् चक्षुश्चैवान्तरे भ्रुवः प्राणापानौ समौ कृत्वा नासाभ्यन्तरचारिणौ यतेन्द्रियमनोबुद्धिः मुनिर्मोक्षपरायणः विगतेच्छाभयक्रोधः यः सदा मुक्त एव सः भोक्तारं यज्ञतपसां सर्वलोकमहेश्वरं सुहृदं सर्वभूतानां ज्ञात्वा मां शान्तिमृच्छति ॐ तत्सदिति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे कर्मसन्न्यासयोगो नाम पञ्चमोऽध्यायः। अथ षष्ठोऽध्यायः ध्यानयोगः। श्रीभगवानुवाच अनाश्रितः कर्मफलं कार्यं कर्म करोति यः स सन्न्यासी च योगी च न निरग्निर्न चाक्रियः। ॐ तत्सत्। ॐ लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ तत्सत्। सर्वं श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु। Jai Gurudev, we will close here.
Thank you.
Tomorrow we'll do chapter 6, 7 and 8. We may have to do 9 as well to complete 100. So we'll take it up as it comes. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.